Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? This is a little different for me. So I'm watching what's playing out in YouTube land right now. Specifically the Summer Wells case. That's all I'm going to talk about right here, right now. I was being quiet. I was trying to work behind the scenes and do some things. I think Johnny from Johnny B Live is just getting a taste of what all of us have been through for a year now, that have been tenacious and not letting go of this case. I'm hoping that all of you out there actually watch this video. My video uploads get about a third of what the actual live streams do, and it really should be the opposite way around, because it's easier to get clear, concise information out in a video that you record and upload and pre-plan than a live stream where you're responding to folks. What I want to say in this is I'm appealing to WJHL. I'm appealing to Hawkins County Sheriff's Department and Ronnie Lawson. I'm appealing to the good citizens of Hawkins and Sullivan counties. Please come forward. Please stop. Stop being afraid. That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say is, no matter what y'all think, Smiley sent y'all that letter. On the outside of that envelope, if you couldn't see her name, if you couldn't make out her signature on the inside, somebody was able to ascertain the address, because you mailed a letter back and it ended up in her mailbox outside her residence. So, ain't y'all the sheriff's department? Wouldn't it have been real simple for y'all to have known the name to attach to it? How did you make yourself look by sending that letter that way to her? What did you do to your public perception? It already wasn't great. You tanked it. And Ronnie, not even saying it was you, bruh. We know there's going to be people that's hands touch it before it ever gets to you. You might not have ever even seen it. But you need to do something about it. Personally, in my personal humble opinion, and that of many others that have reached out and contacted me, some from right there in your area, your constituents, your voters, the people that choose and elect or don't elect you, those people are reaching out to me and telling me they're tired of being afraid to talk, for one. And for two, they don't like the way they're being made to look. Now, see, I get it, Ronnie. I come from a small town on the other side of the mountain that we trace our roots back 200-300 years as well. Family lineages, land that's been handed down. You know, we got a church up on top of the mountain near where I grew up, that we got graves from as early as the late 1500s from my ancestors, my people, my family. And that land that church sits on is really important to the family, and so is that church. Land developers come and go. That's still there, untouched. You know, I get it. I get it, because we took pride in the 70s, the 80s, even 72, 82, 92. We took pride, maybe even as close as 2002, in the fact that we didn't have to have outsiders come in. You know, we didn't have to have the FBI, the SBI, because that's what we call it here in North Cackalack, is the SBI, Special Bureau of Investigation. We didn't need them to come in. We policed our own. We handled it ourselves. The county I was born and raised in, Ronnie, and the rest of the people in the sheriff's department, in the 80s and the 90s, under the same sheriff that we had for nearly 40 some years. He had a 12-year span here and there that he wasn't our sheriff because he had some medical issues. In that time, our SWAT team, our task force, they received accolades all over the U.S. You know, not just the top in our state, dude, but all over the U.S. And we still had problems in our back door that we didn't want to talk about and deal with. In the back door, you see. It's where it all got swept to. But now, it's a different time. It's a different world. It's a different atmosphere. We can't be afraid to accept the help of the FBI. We can't be afraid to accept the help of places like EquiSearch and Adventures with Purpose. We can't be afraid to accept that and to think that everybody from the outside is trying to change our world and make us live a New York City lifestyle. We can't do that anymore because the perpetrators aren't doing that anymore. The people committing the crimes aren't doing that anymore. And we have this thing, this scourge that's taking over our nation and it's changed the game. And we got to change with it. We have to grow and evolve with it. We can still keep our picket fence and our 2 acres of land dream, you know, or 12 acres of land, whatever you want your dream is, with our little picket fence and our little yellow house and our 2.5 kids and the dog and the tire swing. We can still live that slow, small town lifestyle dream if we're willing to grow and change with it. Because guess what? That math and that H and that fent, it's not going away, bruh. It's growing. And it's taking away our youth. It's taking our future away. It's killing our future. We don't need the big C word that came around in 2019 and 2020 to do population control. The population's controlling itself by what they're putting in their noses, in their mouths, and in their arms. The problem is we're experiencing the real zombie apocalypse right now. And if we don't get a handle on it, if we don't, in small town America, recognize it, and be willing to say some things are beyond us, that we need help from others. It is not a weakness to say that you can't do it. Your people that elect you, that vote for you, that have faith in you, will not consider it a weakness to say to the FBI, take this case over. You have forensic labs. You have special trained individuals that can find stuff that we can't. And then to tell your people to cooperate and talk. I'm not trying to sensationalize or be famous with this. None of that. I'm not even trying to make you feel bad or look bad. I'm telling you I understand. You see, here, you probably have 5 at least minimum deputies that's related to any person of interest in any case. The problem is that all of y'all are interrelated, as it appears, if you go back 3 generations. You might not be related to the parents of Summer, but you are related to the dad's mom's husband. By marriage, you're related to Don. According to your family's family tree, that's public. That I had a whole... Here's the deal. It looks like little bitty stuff when they're saying y'all look related. And when there's a possibility the kids are coming back and then there's no charges being brought against anybody but a DUI that you didn't... I mean, I ain't stupid. You got minimal force out there and you got somebody sitting there waiting on them to come off that hill. Y'all were watching and waiting for the opportunity. I get it. And hoping they're going to talk. But you got hardened criminals. They're not going to talk. Accept it. There's enough been said and shown and done that some kind of charges should have been made. People done left the state, done come back and left again. And yep, I'm talking about grandma. You got Candace, who's wherever she is, and Don that's in jail. The family's all torn apart. And they're still not talking. I understand. And I get on a level that others don't, that somewhat of the family court case may be bleeding over and stalling this investigation. But when you have accusations made that you're related, when you're having budgetary issues, when you are lamenting on every news article we can find, and even the Hawkins County Commission YouTube channel, on how you're losing deputies like a cut oozing blood with no sutures, and how severely understaffed you are, and the case ain't went nowhere, and then a person sends a letter, it would have, just don't answer it, would have been the response. Or if you put something in an envelope, why not put something in that makes you seem super professional and address it back? We appreciate your concern, but we cannot discuss ongoing criminal investigation with citizens that are not in law enforcement. Again, thank you for your concern. That would have been great. But no, you want to take the childish smartass route that just piles it on. And right now, personally, speaking to you, one country girl to a dude, a country dude that's grown up in the same type area. You come to where I live, Ronnie, you're going to see that it looks just like Hawkins County, and the next town over to close to us, it's the bigger city, looks like Kingsport. I fully get it. I got to drive 20 minutes to get to a Walmart. We don't have public transportation. We got a whole lot of grass, trees, and hills. And I understand. See, I fully feel that probably y'all think, there's a possibility Summer could have walked off and then somebody snatched her or something happened and y'all just can't find her because of the foliage. I get all that. But then we got the text messages that have come out that were public. It wasn't private DMs. They were public messages back and forth between the mother and a minor boy. And he's not the only minor boy that there's odd pictures and stories coming out from your people. Either they're not talking to you and they're talking to us or what. I don't know. And I don't know the answer. Except what I can tell you is I don't think a lot of your constituents would be upset and feel like you dropped the ball and you're not doing your job if you send an open invitation to the FBI or Homeland Security or DEA to come in and make a joint task force to help you, to give you things that you don't have, because you're like, we are here, you're poor country. When the textiles and the furniture factories left for overseas, it pretty much left this area destitute. I mean, you either worked at Walmart or Burger King or McDonald's, or you pretty much didn't have a job for a 12-year span around here. We were going to be a dust bowl. Thank God that we are now a state-driven economy, but that in itself produces another issue. What I'm saying to you and I'm appealing to you to do is step outside your box. Put your pride to the left. And don't feel like you're letting yourself or anybody else down. Because the only way you're letting anybody down right now is if you keep clutching at this case like a mom clutching her pearls. Because it's making it look like you have something to hide. It's making it look like you have a conflict of interest. It's making it look like there's a lack of education and training on your force. It's making your citizens feel like they're not safe. And I know you don't want that. So I'm telling you what has been told to me by them, which is they wouldn't be the least bit mad and upset. It would actually restore their thoughts and faith in you and your department if you were to take that step and ask federal agencies to come in and help. Even if you got to do it publicly. You don't have the laboratories, the forensic staff. You don't have the staff right now. You yourself said your jail is close to capacity, over 200, I think it was over 250 something people. I want to say 257. And that overnight, there's 2 officers to control that population. That's crazy numbers, bruh. You know that as well as I do. That's got to be scary for them as well as you. Because I know y'all become a family. And I understand that. I'm not saying anybody did anything wrong. I'm not making any accusations. I'm just telling you the appearance, the picture that you guys are painting. And that letter and that response was kind of the final straw with that appearance. It really makes you look bad. Please, I'm begging you, with numbers of people with their hands raised in prayer and begging you behind me, please, 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 Ronnie, ask the FBI, ask Homeland Security, ask DEA, ask whatever agency to come and make a combined task force to help you guys investigate this or to take it off your hands. End the speculation. End the rumor. Stop the innuendo. Restore your community's faith in you and your department. It's just another way that you can help your beleaguered staff. It's another way that you can restore the faith of your community in you and your department. To where it won't be, oh God, this is going on, I gotta call the sheriff. Let me call my sheriff. I know he's got me. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't you rather that? I do have some other things in the works, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait 24 hours and see if I get a response. I'm not being a smartass. I'm not being rude or disrespectful or difficult. I'm telling you, I have lived it and I understand. And I'm begging you on behalf of your constituents to please, Ronnie, please, please take those necessary steps. Restore their faith in you. Restore their peace of mind and their security. And help find summer justice. Peace, love, and light. I'll see you on the live later tonight.